pretty funny. Yeah, well, welcome back to the show, folks. These sound bites, I live for these sound bites. They're pretty darn hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Fred Dreyer back with you on the PM show. I'm Michael Horn, and we have a lot of fun here on this Wednesday edition.
And let's go right into it again. We have our buddy Jim DeMint, don't we?
Yeah, Jim DeMint from South Carolina,
Let's
Senator.
see what we got here.
Those who make 200,000 or more, there's about 3% of Americans. They already pay over half of the taxes, the federal income taxes right now. They give a third of all the charity contributions in our country. They provide 60% of the investment capital, and they create a lot of the new jobs because these are small businesses. So all the president wants to do is take money from the people who are creating jobs and give it to the people who've created $14 trillion in debt. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly. And the reason it doesn't is because that's the politic. It's a failed politic. That's the politic that is driving all of these countries in Western Europe into the tank. They want to sell this thing. I said to you before on the top of the show, the peddlers of pornographic politics are at it again. This makes no sense because they want it to make no sense. They want the top 3 and 4 and 5% of the people to pay for everything, and it can't happen. It's not good math. 2 and 2 is not 5.
Jim DeMint, a little more here.
And the president is going to continue to hurt our economy with his Obamacare, his stimulus, his Dodd-Frank bill. If you were a small businessman, and that's what I was before I came to Congress, you know that your taxes are going up, your cost of unemployment insurance is going up, your health care is going up. Why risk it? Why create jobs? I can't imagine a more anti-business president than the one we've got right now.
Well, not only that, he's anti-Constitution, he's anti-freedom and liberty, he hates America, and it's a failed politic. And this idiot coming up next, Jan Schakowsky, wait till you hear what she has to say.
My legislation would actually make sure that we can hire over 2 million people at a very reasonable price, all paid for by taxing the wealthiest, the millionaires and billionaires, and put them to work doing things that need to be done.
Yeah, pick up the trash.
2 to 1 Americans say that jobs is a more important issue than debt reduction.
Really? What a complete jackass. But here's the beauty. This is why I love her. She explained it very simply for you folks to understand what the business model is. We're just going to hire a bunch of people, and let's see, where are we going to get the money? Oh, I know. We'll take it from all the people that have a lot of money, and we'll just give it to those people, and we'll find something for them to do. And oh, by the way, those will be jobs. Those will be government jobs. Those will be government jobs with retirement benefits that you are paying for. Those aren't private sector jobs. That's not the freedom and liberty that we need to create jobs and to create the middle class. This is a woman promoting the pornographic politic of the day. She is an idiot. She's the enemy of the people. Never forget this jackass's name.
All right, now the CNBC commentator Rick Santelli, you like this guy? He's got a little bit to tell you.
Blame the Tea Party. Geez, no wonder Kerry did so well in an election. If it wasn't for the Tea Party, they would have passed the debt ceiling thumbs up. We'd have been rated triple B.
He has a little more for you.
We have a spending problem. Taxing, from an OMB standpoint, they say it brings in revenues. We all know that for the most part, the best tax years were years where they dropped the rate. Now, whether it creates jobs in the long run in this country, maybe it didn't. Because every time you get politicians a year's worth of better revenue, they make 3 years of bigger promises.
Well, how'd they let this guy on CNBC?
I don't know. They let him on there, and he's making some sense.
Well, see, here's the beauty of it. You know, while the culture is now coming forth with reason and common sense and the proper math, 2 and 2 is 4, not 5, like the left wants you to believe.
Exactly.
We're going to find out later on in the show. We're going to ask ourselves: do the Republican candidates understand the form of what the problem is? And if so, you'll be able to know by how they talk to the American people.
So we're going to be looking for this.
That's right.
Going to be looking for it.
Yeah.
All right, Jay Leno kind of talked about the Treasury Secretary, Tim Geithner.
It's now time for a bit we call, ooh, I wish I hadn't said that. Now, tonight's installment features Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner talking about the debt crisis. Listen.
if we lose our credit rating or it jumps down to the next level, what does that mean? We have to pay higher interest rates to borrow money?
Oh, absolutely. But there's no way that's going to happen, Congressman. There's not a chance that's going to happen to this country.
That's right. There's not a chance.
Gee.
Once again, I mean, once again, you're seeing the unraveling and the lack of composure by these leftists who are telling you 2 and 2 is 5. You know, and I know we're beating a dead horse here, but it's worth it.
No, because they're beating a dead horse on the other side. This horse is never beat before, I think.
Well,
this kind of tells it straightforward.
This is a sway back son of a gun, brother, that will not make it up the hill. Let me tell you what, and we'll be right back with some more stuff.